iPhone 7 rumors claim a totally new design that lacks a home button. Samsung's Galaxy S7 might be much thinner than its predecessor, and Google Maps just got smarter about navigation. I'm Jaime Rivera, wondering exactly when are we going to start with the iPhone 8 rumors at this pace. This is Pocketnow Daily. The official news today begin with Google. The company has just pushed one of the probably best updates that we've ever heard for Google Maps ever since Street View. Because now, if you are currently navigating from one point to the other, you can actually search for things within your route, meaning if you need to go to the bathroom, you need to go get something to eat, you need some fuel, you even get gas prices for options for you to deviate from your route, and that not affecting the fact that it knows that you are en route somewhere else. So this is a really cool update that should be pushed to Android very soon, and hopefully will reach iOS at some point as well. And given the fact that the state of wearables doesn't really take fitness seriously, I'm looking at you, Pebble, and Android Wear. Well, Polar thought that they'd take a stab at it. Polar, they did some really great heart rate monitors, and well, they just launched the A360, which is the most horrible wearable that I've ever seen, but it does include a heart rate monitor in addition to everything else you get from other wearables, obviously without the great operating system that we get with others. The price tag is rather good. In the links to the description you'll get more details on specifications, but then again, yeah. Hopefully other wearables will catch on to this. Now this is very interesting. Samsung has just launched a new 20 megapixel camera sensor that is supposed to be a million times better than the current one. And that is a tall order, so hear me out here. First of all, it's manufactured by the 28nm process, not the 65 of the current sensor, meaning this thing will actually be significantly smaller and thinner, allowing for phones without a camera hump, which is great. It's also a 20 megapixel sensor that will apparently do a much better job at capturing color than the current one, which again is an extremely tall order. Galaxy phones take great photos so far, and yeah, you get the 20 megapixels instead of 16 that we currently get with Galaxy phones. So even though Samsung didn't say that this was for the Galaxy S7, yeah, we can bet that this is for the Galaxy S7. Let's move the spotlight over to Apple and talk about two different things. Number one, Apple Music. Those of you that are wondering exactly how successful it's been after the trial, not so much. Apparently, there's only a third of Apple Music paid subscribers compared to Spotify subscription services. And yeah, Spotify has been in the market for a while, but then again, you had a choice right now, and people decided to stick with Spotify, which is a tall order. A lot to say, but even more interesting for those of you that are waiting for the next generation Apple TV, me included, apparently it will be available by the end of this month, meaning there are 10 days left, so it should be available soon. And finally, the very hot news of the day, or should I say analyst predictions, have the iPhone 7 including new things. Number one, Sapphire. Apparently Apple has figured that out. Number two, apparently Apple's A10 processor will be all about battery life. And this is kind of interesting as Apple has done a great job at improving battery life in its Macs, but it's done a terrible job on its iOS products. They're still the same over the last few years, which is not necessarily great. But to finalize that one, it seems that Apple will take the cues of removing the home button from the iPhone 7 to, you know, take advantage of Force Touch technology. And that does leave a challenge for Touch ID in particular, which has people speculating already if it's going to be on the side like Sony Xperia's or at the back. But hey, it leads me to the question of the day. If you had to choose, which is your optimum position for a fingerprint scanner? Do you consider it best on the side, on the front, or at the back? In my case, I haven't really tried it on the side, but I would say that I feel that that is the optimum position. It would be in the power button, but leave us a comment down below. We'd love to know what you think. Friends, as always, you know the drill. If you want to get the news earlier before this video is filmed, make sure you follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. You can follow me on Twitter, Jaime_Rivera, or on Instagram at Jaime Rivera. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked what you saw. I am Jaime Rivera. Thank you very much for watching. We will see you tomorrow.